Okay, here we go. We had a black screen for a second. Well, it is now the middle of the wee hours of the night, and I thought I'd jump on live because I can't sleep. Got a lot on my mind, so I thought I'd distract and do an open chat, totally unprepared live stream, and see how this goes. The last time I did this, it turned out pretty well. I had quite a few keeping me company in the live chat. Let's see if this holds true. And yeah, let's see if this holds true again. Sometimes it's usually hit and miss when I do these. But yeah, so we'll wait for a few minutes to see if some people come in. Yeah, see some people. So for anybody who is new, welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chic. I want to thank all new subscribers. And for those who are new and have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing and hit that little ringy thing down below so you can be notified every time I upload or go live, which is mostly what I do as of late. So what else can I tell you? Yeah, we are usually a social commentary / story time channel discussing social issues of the day, many of social taboos, mental illness, addiction recovery, chronic illness. It's basically a voice for the marginalized, if you will. And if you're into that kind of thing, yeah, please consider subscribing. Yeah. So how are you all this evening? How are you, or rather late at night? So we'll wait a few minutes, see if anybody else stops by. And if anybody, I did do a live stream earlier with Captain Fish. That was a lot of fun. We did the food and mukbang and cooking cringe fest compilation. Awful lot of fun. And yeah, so what's coming down? Yeah, I have to announce. I had hoped to get Grandma Dramamean's first upload off the ground by early February. That is going to have to be postponed by a few weeks due to unexpected events beyond my control, and come with that with the expenses that require my attention now. So yeah, so it's just going to be postponed by a few weeks till about mid-February. But don't worry, she will be up and running and wreaking havoc and causing trouble. And well, who knows, maybe even breaking the internet. That would be kind of cool. That would definitely be kind of cool. So anyways, oh, I see there's one person waiting. Hang on. Let's check something. Okay. All right, so there's a few people watching. Good. So what do you want to talk about? Why don't you let me know in the live chat what you would like to discuss? So, yeah. So anyways, I've been putzing around YouTube. I saw for the heck of it. I am for those who don't know, I am also an amateur tarot card reader. I don't do it for money because I just don't feel like doing that. I just don't see myself doing that professionally. I do it for fun, for shits and giggles. I am an intuitive. So anyways, that to say, I was looking at a few of the tarot readers on YouTube, and they have something called pick a card. And they have piles of cards in front of you, and you pick the one that resonates, and it gives a general reading. A lot of fun. Some of it was dead on, pretending like, Lily, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to keep me company. So yeah, it was like, so I tried the pick a card tarot readings, and some of them were like quite dead on pertaining to my situation, even though they were general readings for their audiences to pick. They were dead on. And it's like, oh, hell yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I am an intuitive, and I'm also an empath. And sometimes I know, we don't always believe or deal with what we don't understand. And that's okay. That happens sometimes too. What's up with you, Lily? What's up with you? Can't sleep either? You come to the right place. So, anyways, no, me. No, me either. I can't sleep either. That's why I decided to jump on and do this live. That's why I decided to jump on and do this live. I can't sleep either, but thanks for coming to keep me company. And like I said, this was totally impromptu. It's unplanned. And the last time I did it, it worked out quite well. I had quite a few people stop in. And I had quite a few people stopping in. And let's see if this holds true now. So, what do you want to chat about? What's on your mind? I feel like a nighttime radio show host, which is cool. That could be cool, broadcasting into the night. Yeah, that could be cool too. So, anyways, not much the usual. My dad's really sick and weak. I'm really sorry to hear that, Lily. No, I'm really sorry. Yeah, having to take care of sick relatives is never easy. Never easy. And I've certainly been there before. And I remember it well. My other family came to visit yesterday. Oh, how did it go? Did it go well? I wish I had family. Honestly, I do. I wish I had family. I mean, I do have family, but we're not on speaking terms. We are not on speaking terms. So that makes things a little bit difficult, But I hope your visit went well, Lily. I hope it went well. And let's see. Uh-huh. So anyways, I shared this link with the Discord and Twitter and all that lovely stuff. And oh my God. Oh, they're playing an emoji game on Twitter. Already with the St. Valentine's Day talk. Oh, it happens. I learned to accept it. It is what it is. It was okay. We might go out tomorrow. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I hope it's not a deep freeze where you live like where I live. I forget where you're from, Lily. If you mentioned it, I forget where. If you mentioned it, I'm sorry, but yeah, I forget where you're from. It is a freaking deep freeze out here. Somebody did the conversion to Fahrenheit. So to the Fahrenheit, it's -13. Fahrenheit -13. Someone mentioned. So it's pretty freaking cold. Too early for Valentine's Day. You know what? If I never hear about Valentine's Day, it won't be too soon. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, if it would not be too soon if I never heard about Valentine's Day again. Oh, I remember my father used to say it was just an excuse for retailers to price gouge and for flour to boost up chocolate and flour sales. I currently live in Maryland. It's pretty cold. We had a bit of snow, but more sleet. Oh gosh. So you do get winter. You do get winter. Oh man. Yeah, it's a freaking deep freeze here. Freaking deep freeze here, and I dread it. And it's going to be like that for the next week coming, and I have appointments to get to. And yeah, I'm kind of dreading that because that's I prefer to hibernate. I had to sprinkle salt on the driveway. Yeah, I live in an apartment building, so I'm kind of reliant on the super to salt the stairs, the outside stairs and the walkway. And the thing is, since our old super left last October, we haven't had a permanent full-time super since then. Whatever emergencies there are, we have somebody who is on loan from a building across the street. So he's kind of pulling off double duty around here. Um, and well, so far, it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss. No, not as much as in Canada, huh? Yeah, the Great White North. Indeed, the Great White North. Huh. But yeah, if I had my way, I would leave Canada. I would move to Ireland. I've always said I always wanted to move, and I always said I wanted to move to Ireland, right? I always said I wanted to move to Ireland. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I always said I wanted to move to Ireland, and what's happening over there? But yeah, if I had my way, I would leave Canada. Okay. Sorry about that. The YouTube sound came on. I apologize for that. Yeah, I'm still hoping for more people to join in. Last time I had quite a few people at this hour join in. So anyways, yeah, Lily, Lily, what if you have any video requests or if you have a topic you'd like to discuss now, I'd be happy to entertain. Like I said, this was completely unplanned. I just, like I said, just trying it out to see how well this works. Ah, somebody else has joined. Hello. Welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chic. So yeah, this is the Ramblings of an Insomniac edition. And it's funny, I'm so exhausted, but I can't sleep. I'm half Irish on my mother's side, half Dutch on my father's side. That's quite a, yeah, I know, that's quite a bad mix, isn't it? That is quite a bad mix. So, but yeah, it's, hey, I'm celebrating my roots. Celebrating my roots. So what else is there? So what else have I been doing? Not much. I've been hibernating most of the time because I can't stand going out in the cold. It's also cold and flu season. And I prefer to avoid public transit at this time of year because that is a hive of germs. So how do you do live streams? How do I do live streams? How do I do live streams? Well, I'm using StreamYard right now. But there are other software. Sometimes I do straight webcam. Sometimes I do straight webcam. Sometimes they're planned. The live streams are planned. The topic of discussion is planned. And then we have like this one, which is not planned. I just, sometimes I turn on the camera, see what happens, see who shows up, see what the mood is in the live chat, and sometimes, and that's usually these impromptu late night streams that I do. You know what I mean? Next week here in Canada is Bell Let's Talk Day. And I'll be doing a whole separate video about that because I never have anything nice to say about Bell Let's Talk Day. See, Bell is a major telecommunications corporation. And they don't walk the walk. So for their little feel-good moment, they have the Bell Let's Talk about mental illness, and they trot out Canadian celebrities like Howie Mandel, and they, to come and talk about it and put their faces on buses and billboards and such. And people put the Bell Let's Talk thing on their avatars or on their profile pics on social media. And there's the hashtag Bell Let's Talk, and it's like, yeah, Bell, you don't impress me. Considering what you do to your employees, you do not impress me. But anyways, that's a whole separate video coming up next week where I give it its scathing review. The corporatization of mental health is never a good idea. I find it exploitative, honestly. I honestly find it exploitative. I'm curious about wanting to start a YouTube series, but not sure what my content will be. Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to start a YouTube channel, you should. You should if you want to. Bell Let's Talk, yeah, that's a Canadian thing. The last Thursday of the month, usually the last Thursday or the fourth Thursday of the month of January, just for the month of January, is Bell Let's Talk Day. and it oozes in hypocrisy and corporatization. But back to what you were saying, yeah, you should start a YouTube channel if that's what you want. I find YouTube has been my saving grace as of late. I don't know what I would have done if not for YouTube and the community that I formed, here on YouTube, and subsequently my Discord server, which, by the way, everybody, if you want to meet an awesome group of people, I forgot to put the Discord server link in the description box, but I'll get it now. I'll get it right now. So for those who want to join our Discord server, for those watching who are not in the chat, because that has proven to be my one of my saving graces anyway, YouTube and my Discord server. If not for that, I really don't know what I would have been doing or how I would have been handling the situation as of late. It is still very difficult for me. It is still very difficult. A lot of unanswered questions. Yeah. In short, I got ghosted. So, which is nothing new in my life. People tend to do that. It's just the person who recently ghosted me was the last person I expected would do that, knowing how I feel about that. So anyways, the Discord server is in the live chat. For those who are watching, come check us out. We are a great group of people. And I'll put it later. I'll add it later in the description box. So yeah, back to Let's Talk Day. Ugh. Like I said, I'm going to do a whole separate video about that and my misgivings about it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to, that's going to come up next. Excuse me. That's going to come up next week. Yeah, no, it's not good. Indeed, it's not good. And then there are the arguments on Facebook, which have been draining me lately. It's, for many who don't already know, it looks like Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have come up to Canada. They decided to escape the royal family to come up to Canada. And there's this huge debate with the federal government on whether or not we, the taxpayers of Canada, are going to foot their security bill. And I say, no, no, no. Yeah, corporate does corrupt everything, in my opinion, Lily. You're absolutely right. It does. It was like Burger King did it last summer, I think, with their unhappy meals. It was supposed to go in competition, like a response to the McDonald's Happy Meal. They had like the real meals, the unhappy meals, but it was just a Whopper combo in a colored box. Like you had a choice of 6 different colored boxes, and the boxes indicated a mood like salty and all that. They don't want the royal title. Yeah. So much craziness going on. I get that they don't want the royal title. I have admiration for that, for those who want to leave it, but we shouldn't be footing their security bill. Absolutely not. Like, you want to come to Canada, fine, but we ain't footing your bill. You get it? Not for security, not for living expenses, nothing, nada. That is money that could be better spent, helping the poor, helping child poverty, which is on the rise in Canada, helping First Nations, helping the sick, helping the sick, helping the marginalized, The thing about the royal family is it's so completely unrelatable to me. BK they had an unhappy meal last summer. It was a whole marketing thing. It was nothing more than a Whopper combo in colored boxes. Yeah. It was nothing more than colored boxes. I remember in the 90s when Burger King had Kid Vid and Friends. I don't remember that. Honestly, I don't remember that. Yeah. But anyways, since I'm a vegan, I don't eat at either of those places. So I don't eat at any of those places. But yeah, they did have that unhappy meal thing last summer. And it was supposed to go to some mental health charity. Hey, Rafe, good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. So, yeah, so that was it. So that's next week. I will go more into detail about my dismay over Bell Let's Talk Day. And right now it's like I'm venting. Yeah. Yeah. So those, and then there are those who are, like, but back to Meghan and what's his face? Harry. Yeah. Like I said, so they're in Canada now, and there's this whole debate on whether we should foot their security bill. And I say, can't relate to people who have more money than God, who live off the back, who've never worked a day in their lives, and who live off the backs of the working class. No. Yes, thank you. No, the more the merrier. Absolutely. The more the merrier. And, yeah, the more the merrier. So that's my thoughts on that. The argument goes on Facebook about whether we should be footing the bill or not. I say no. We should not. That money could be better spent elsewhere. Yeah, Prince Harry. Exactly. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Yep. Yeah, the debate is whether us, the Canadian taxpayers, are going to foot their bill. I say no. But I don't know. As Americans, Lily and Wraith, you're both American. What if they had decided to settle in America, right? And they decided, I know it would never happen in the United States. The United States is not part of the Commonwealth. But, yeah, United States is not part of the Commonwealth. But how would you both feel? These people come from family, who have more money than God. And they kind of demand the taxpayers foot the bill for their security bill. How do you both feel about that? Or anybody else watching out there who hasn't, feel free to jump in the live chat and give your input. We accept different opinions around here. So, yeah, so let me know what you think. Yes, let me know what you think. What else is going on? What else is going on? So, yes, I'm taking suggestions for those who are in the Discord server. If you have a topic idea you'd like to see me discuss here on my channel, let me know, or do a live stream about. Let me know. I'm always open to new topics. And or you can let me know here in the live chat or in the comments below later when I jump off the stream. What else? Yeah, so what else? What's on your minds? Let me know what's on your minds. What's keeping you from snoozing? What's keeping you up? Me? Unanswered questions are keeping me up these days. Unanswered questions. But what's keeping you up? Also, Trump also. Well, America has a lot of craziness going on with shootings and protests going on. Yeah, I've been hearing about that in the news, Lily. I have been hearing about that. No, we're not completely, here in Canada, we're not completely immune to American politics. We're really not immune to American politics. We have a basic grasp of what's happening. At least I do. When I was a political blogger, I did. There's some who would rather me go back to blogging, doing a political blog. I just don't see myself doing that right now, though. My head is really not there. My head is not into writing, period, anymore, in all honesty. Yeah. It's not there no more. So, what else has been going on? News in social media land this week. News in social media land. Yeah. So we all heard about the Onion Boy 911 call on Big Bad Chris Hansen. And, oh, God, everything else. It's always, I've noticed the cycle continues and continues. When one piece of news drops, another one comes on. Aside from family problems, I mostly can't go to sleep. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Lily. Yeah, I hear you. I guess I suppose, like I said, I'm estranged from my from what family I have pretty much. You know, I have a mother, I have a brother, but who are still around. They don't live locally. They live away about 6 hours away from here. And I'm not really on speaking terms with either of them these days, which is sad. I find sad. And I think that contributes to my loneliness a lot, you know, and especially that and what happened recently, events that happened recently that I'm still smarting from and still trying to get answers for, which is an exercise in frustration. Like I said, YouTube and the new Discord server have been my saving grace. Honestly, they have been my saving grace. I have no idea what would have become of me without my YouTube channel and the Discord server. Honestly. Anyways, for those of you out there watching, if you haven't joined, please consider joining and meet an awesome group of people like Lily, like Wraith here in the live chat. So you get to meet some awesome people. You can listen to share good tunes, share your artwork. You can find people to vent with without judgment, without judgment. We're just doing a light shooting the breeze type of thing, you know? So yeah, consider, I don't have it. I forgot to put it in the description box, but I'll put the link in. I'll drop the link again. Okay. So anybody who wants to join. And also I have, okay, yeah, the obnoxious part of the show. If you wish to support the channel, you may do so. There are two ways. You can support me through Patreon, or you can do a one-time donation through PayPal. Links are coming in through the chat as well. Yeah. So, yeah. So what's becoming my new favorite channels these days on YouTube? What's my new favorite channels? I swear to God, these days I'm becoming addicted to those tarot readers who do the pick a card readings. I prefer to remain anonymous, but that is a different issue. I understand that. A lot of people do, and I totally get you want to protect your privacy. I can totally get that. You know, a lot of people do that, you know, sometimes. I mean, look at me, okay? My last name, I'm the only one with my last name in this province, okay? My Facebook is private, pretty much. It's set to only friends, whatever you can see. Only my friends can see. So my last name is there, but I would not give my last name on YouTube because I'd be too easy to dox me. You know, that's the thing, being the only one with your last name in the province. Fun stuff. Well, I can understand why they want to leave. Harry doesn't want history to repeat itself. I can respect that. However, they should not rely on the government to help them. You're absolutely right, Wraith Phoenix. Absolutely right on that score. Yeah. And that's why I don't like that's why I don't, and I will always, you know, take the side of the argument, you know, fine, they can come to Canada. Leaving the Royals, very admirable, very brave. But please make it on your own. Do not use us. Do not use the taxpayers. Do not use the working class. No. If you're enjoying this stream, be sure to hit the thumbs up. Be sure to smash that like button. Yay. So, yeah. You still know me as Fedora Chic. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yeah, and I totally agree with Wraith Phoenix over here. Absolutely. Yeah. Lately, I have been tired. You know, I have been tired. I have been having physical health issues. You know, sometimes I'm so exhausted and I feel like I can sleep. And then when I go, you know, try to sleep, sleep doesn't come. And then there are days I can sleep for 16 hours on and off. I get up for an hour or two in between, and then I fall asleep again. So that too is still ongoing. And yes, I've been looking at the rental market in the city of Sherbrooke, which is an hour and a half southeast of Montreal, and that's where I would like to move to come late summer, early fall. I'm shooting for to move. It's a much smaller city, different mentality, and I think I would fit better there. Yeah, it's like moving out of your parents' house and still getting an allowance. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly the way to put it. Yeah, exactly. It's like you expect your allowance. No. So anyways, yeah. So anyways, I'm still looking for a makeup artist, but locally. I mean, I suppose I could look for one online, but uh, I need a local makeup artist to actually not only give me the tutorial, to give me the grandma Dramamine look, but to age myself, to age myself. But I need someone local to actually do it, to do the makeup for me. So I'm looking to hire a makeup artist locally for that. I have someone in mind. Let's see if she can come through. And oh yeah. So Grandma Dramamine, like I said, is going to be put off until mid-February because of an unexpected expense that requires my attention right now. And it's a significant expense. It's dealing with one of my computers. Well, your mom. I live with parents, same. Well, with mom. Yeah, I think a lot of people do live with their parents still because the cost of living is so high. I mean, wages, even those who work, wages are just not going up in correlation with the rising cost of living, the rising inflation. It's not, it's not going up. Wages and stuff like that. So yeah, it is valid to live. It is valid to live with your parents if you're stuck in that situation. I would certainly never knock it. I mean, if I could personally, I would move in with my mother, to save some money. But that's not going to happen. So I'm on my own. No, I get that. I can't work either. That's why I'm retired. That's why I'm forced into early retirement. I can't work either. I'm sure there are makeup tutorials for you to make. Yeah, there are makeup tutorials, but the ones I've seen, they look fake. I don't know. They look fake, and I'd like something to look a little more realistic. Like you can actually see lines are drawn. They look kind of like tree roots or drawn in varicose veins. And, I want something a little more authentic, complete with liver spots and all. And I did find that one can get a temporary spray dye. So there is gray spray dye. So that's going to help. I think I'm going to go with that over a wig. So it's not so hot. Sometimes people judge me for that, sometimes in a negative way. Eventually I realize those aren't the people for me. Yeah, exactly. I can agree with that, Lily. I can certainly sympathize and agree with that. So no, I would never judge somebody for living with their parents, right? I would never do that because there could be a variety of reasons why one must live with their parents. Sometimes, and yeah, exactly. Everybody's got their reasons, and it's not for the rest of us to judge. Really, it's not for the rest of us to judge. But yeah, a lot of people are judgmental about that. But people, I find society as a whole is judgmental over everything. Everything that is so superficial, socioeconomic status, appearance, what you do to earn a buck. Do you have activities? Do you skydive twice on Sundays? Yeah. I used to be insecure about that in my 20s. Yeah, I can believe that. But Lily, more and more millennials, I'm not sure if you're a millennial or not, but more and more millennials, I find there are people that are still living at home, in their late 20s, early 30s. It's also largely in part people go to university because, it's ingrained in our heads to go to university. Late 20s to turn 29 in a month. Okay. That's cool. So a lot are staying in, and a university degree just doesn't go as far as it used to. So there are a lot of people graduating from university and they're getting minimum wage. They're working as Walmart greeters or they're working at McDonald's, or some call center, right? So, I know somebody who graduated with an honors degree. Okay. He graduated with an honors degree. He's doing call center work because he can't find work in his field. And he's not alone. There are a lot of people in that situation. Not a Zoomer. I ain't a boomer, but you know what? To a lot of people in your age bracket, you and Ray Phoenix, I'm not saying you both because you both don't, but there are people, okay, in your age bracket, millennials, who think I'm a boomer too, who think people in my age bracket are boomers too. And no, we're Gen Xers. I'm a Gen Xer. And I'm in grad school in my final year. Oh, congratulations, Lily. Congratulations. What are you studying? If you don't mind, saying, what are you doing your master's in? If you don't mind saying so. Hang on. Yeah. Hang on, just checking something. Yeah, exactly. So, some new people have joined. Good, cool, loving it. So yeah, it's it's difficult. So it is valid. All this to say, it is valid for a lot of people to feel the need to live at home. It's hectic. Ceramic arts. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah. Anybody who joins my Discord server, Lily does share pictures of her artwork. She does share pictures of her artwork. Anybody who joins our Discord server. Yeah, long story. My professor retired and is having major health issues. Oh, I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry to hear. Wow. Okay. I'm sorry to hear. Okay. I didn't finish university. And nor do I plan on it. And someone suggested, but you should finish your degree. No, too old. I forget more than I learn. If I had trouble learning before with the dyslexia, learning is worse now. I don't have the money. I really don't want to. And I don't need a university degree to prove I'm smart. I already know I'm smart. Yeah. I don't mean to brag. I really don't. I'm usually humble. They haven't found a suitable replacement yet, so everything is hectic. Oh boy, no, that can't be good, especially when students, if they're in their last year, if they're writing their thesis, or their dissertation. Initially, I was living with my mom while in school, but unfortunately, it turned into a necessity. Yeah, Ray, and it's like that with a lot of people, no matter what age. It is like that. Sometimes it's temporary, sometimes it's long term. It is that way. It is what it is, and people should not be judged based on that. The atmosphere is not what it used to be. No, didn't think it would be. You had this professor for a while and now they're gone. I didn't think so. It is. Yeah, anybody out there, if who is not in the live chat but who's watching, if you haven't joined our Discord server, please do so. Please do so. It is, just scroll up in the live chat and it's there. And oh God, as you can see, I don't really lead an exciting life. YouTube is my life. YouTube is my life these days. So yeah, I don't have a life. Even somebody asked me, but you don't have activities outside the house. I have activities. They just don't involve me leaving my sanctuary. Oh no. I did do a video about that a while ago. Why I rarely leave my home. But I am looking forward to Grandma Dramamine. I am looking forward to Grandma Dramamine. So let's check and see what's happening on Twitter. Let's see if there's a good conversation piece happening on Twitter right now. Oh, yeah, we're having a snowstorm. We're having a snowstorm. Here, I'll show you a picture. I'll show you a picture of our. I'll show you a picture. Um. Okay. Hang on. I don't know if you can see it. They're cross-country skiing on the streets. So this is on the western part of the island. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. I also wondered how to make YouTube a living, but then I don't have to be an overrated YouTuber corrupted by fame. No, absolutely not, Lily. You don't have to be. You do you. You be yourself. You do what you want. You do what you want. Artistic ability is cringeworthy. I don't think so, Wraith. Yeah. In Canada, I'd like to see Wraith. In Canada. Yeah, this is the snowstorm. People are cross-country skiing in the streets. So this is on the western part of the tip. Like I said, I don't know if you see it. And this is what we're living with as of this moment. Yeah, that's what we're living with as is, at this moment. Okay. What else is going on Twitter? Oh, dumb things I did in high school is trending. Hashtag dumb things I did in high school. All right. Dumb things I did in high school. Showing up. I could have gotten away with more absences. Laughed hysterically when Officer Friendly was giving his DRUG talk. He passed around 2 J's for everyone to look at so we'd know what M looked and smelled like. He got 3 back. Ha! I had a plaster cast on. Well, actually, both my arms, roller skating, and made answers to the Spanish test look like they were signatures on my left arm cast. My teachers saw it, and I didn't get 1 F. I got 2 Fs. Ouch. Okay. Dumb things I did in high school. Attended almost every damn day until senior year. So many people missed 60 plus days of school and still graduated, got into college. So that was a big waste of time. Oh, here's one. Cared what mean bitches thought. Yeah, I did too. I did too. And that's largely, and I was an outcast in no matter what school I went to. Okay. So hang on. Moving right along because there's some I can't mention on YouTube. Thank goodness there wasn't social media to document all of the dumb things I did in high school. So we're going, yeah, of course. So let's document them now. Yeah. Yay. When a carload of us got pulled over by the police, I answered just a little when they asked if we had been drinking. For the same reason, I can't remember the dumb things I did in high school. High school did suck. Yeah, high school absolutely sucks. You got the mind of a film director. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I think you do. I think you do too. You don't go on Twitter, Lily? Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing. But yeah, high school did suck. You miss college, Wraith? But high school did suck. Yeah, high school absolutely sucked. Let's continue. Like I said, I can't gloss over all of them because some of them I really can't mention on YouTube. Oh, here's one with a Judge Judy meme. Okay. Not a damn thing. I was such a dorky little band geek. Dumb things I did in high school. Thought the things I was being taught mattered in the real world. No. I need more than 280 characters. Dumb things I did in high school. Oh, I like this one. Some of you might remember this. This wasn't too long ago. There was a lot of dumb things I did in high school, but I never ate Tide Pods. Oh, Anybody remember that? Now in grad school, I'm surrounded by better people. Yeah, I would agree. There would be less of a mean girl clique going on in grad school. Yeah. Even though I don't meet the best people, they inspired me to become a better person. That's cool. I'm sorry you're depressed. I'm sorry you're depressed. Yeah, I know what that's like. Okay. What's baloney? What's baloney? Oh, okay. Okay. I know what you're talking about. Okay, the Tide Pod Challenge. Okay. So let's see. What else is there? Worrying about what I wanted instead of appreciating what I had. Puka shell necklaces and Axe body spray showers. Ew. Ew. I literally made a list of ways to get my Grush's attention. Everything involved me changing myself in some way to make myself good enough for him. It didn't work, and he turned out to be a huge jerk. Don't change yourself. You know, I think I can relate to that. I think a lot of us can relate to that because I think a lot of us, including yours truly, we do that in adulthood too. Probably the reason why I say a lot of adults never leave high school, you know? But yeah, I think we all try to do that, you know? It's because, it's society ingrains in us that we have to look a certain way and you have to have it's like, no, like whatever happened to accepting us for who we are, warts and all. I did have ex-boyfriends in college. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but we all go through that, and I think we all go through trying to prove that we're good enough. We're good enough. And, it's a lot harder, I find, because, society holds a woman, thanks to the dating advice, the advice columns on dating sites and relationship coaches and dating gurus. It's been made clear that a woman's measure of quality is her age and her appearance. Like the late Joan Rivers said, So it's kind of hard, when you got to say, okay, I do not follow any societal beauty standard. Yes, I'm overweight. No, I'm not attractive. Yes, I'm old. And yes, I'm showing every bit of my years. But, to try to prove, but, there are benefits to this. There are benefits to this. For example, we have staying power, We have staying. Yeah, after college, I didn't care about any of that anymore, even friends. Oh, okay. Okay. No, I understand that. I was just pointing out that a lot of us, including yours truly, and way into adult life, like I said, I'm a Gen Xer, I'm middle-aged, and even I go through that, it's like, okay, let's try to compensate for what we don't have, which apparently is currency, exactly. I remember she said, yeah, that's what Joan Rivers said. A man does not go up a woman's dress for her library card. It's true. I remember someone told me not long ago he preferred smart women, but he does the opposite and he runs after these very young bimbos. You get like really, really young and really, no, but really not smart. Girls that are not smart. Girls that are so not smart at all. Dumb things that I did in high school. Believe that guidance could be professional, but didn't get their degrees from Cracker Jack boxes. Yeah, I often wondered the same thing about guidance counselors at my high schools that I went to. I often wondered the same thing. I found that the guidance counselors in high school, any high school I went to, had no clue as to what they were talking about or no clue as to what was understanding. I had one guidance counselor, this was in the 8th grade, and she was giving us a segment in SEX Ed. Okay, yeah. And she would open the class, right? She would open the class by saying, "These are the best years of your life." It's like, oh no, please don't say that. Please don't say that. These are not the best years of my life. Please don't say that. Please tell me it'll get better as we get older. Good. Uh, that's how I wanted to go through high school, like this. That's how I wanted to go through high school. Exactly how I wanted to do that. And no, I don't miss it. But like I said, I find a lot of adults never leave it or they keep trying to go back. This is why, sometimes I get an invitation to a high school reunion and I never go. I never go because it's like the author Tom Wolfe said, I think the same thing applies, for me for high school reunions. You can never go back home. The immortal words of Tom Wolfe. You can never go back home. Well, you can't go back to high school. I know a lot of people try and try and try. But you really shouldn't. It really shouldn't be done. You know what I mean? So I don't bother going. Some people say 30s will be your best years. Like 30 is the new 20. My best years were my 20s. Honestly, I know I was in active addiction during my 20s. I know it's a weird thing to say because that's when I was in active addiction to coke and speed. But they were my best years. Oh, yes. And I was working as a stripper then, too. But, maybe to me, they were my late 20s. After I left that ex who we will refer to as Marco, not his real name, but we will refer to him as Marco. When I left Marco in 94, and I fled him and I became a stripper and I was still in active addiction, they were, yeah. I never went to my high school reunion. No, I don't go to them either. Honestly, I don't go to high school reunions either. Like I said, it's like the Tom Wolfe thing, you can never go back home. Well, to me, it's don't go back to you can't go back to high school. You can't go back to high school and hope to change things that didn't go well. One of your teachers died recently? I think that happens as we get older, though, when we hear news, a teacher of ours passes on, we all get that. We all get that. I got my GED. No high school reunions for me. Ray Phoenix, you know what? I've never been to a high school reunion, like I said, but I don't think you're missing much. But congratulations on getting that GED. Congratulations. And going to college. Congratulations on that. But yeah, I think a lot of people try to relive their childhood. They try to relive their youth. I think that's what they do. And therefore they try to go back to do the high school thing. And a lot of people I find, I see them later on social media, and I catch up with their news. And a lot of them have never, ever evolved. All my bullies, all my tormentors, they have never, ever evolved. Never. They are still the nasty little people they were back in my high school days. Yeah. They were still the nasty little people back in my high school days. Huh. So hang on. Okay. Just taking a look here. Just taking a look here. All right. It's like their midlife crisis. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what it is. It's the midlife crisis. It's like, heaven forbid we should adult. And I don't like to adult much either, but there comes a time when we got to do it, right? There comes a time where we got to do it. Absolutely. So, what say you? What say you? And people have got to learn to vivre la différence, as we say in French. Got to learn to accept, not only accept, but embrace the difference. So, what happened to you being in your 20s? Hey, Fedora. Hey, Nzinga. Welcome to the chat. What are your thoughts on Harry and Meghan in Canada? It's funny, I mentioned that earlier. I don't care if they're in Canada. I just don't think we, the taxpayers, should be footing their security bill or their living expenses or anything. Let them make their own way. Let them earn a living. Okay? Let them earn their own way. Let them earn their own keep. Okay? I don't think our taxes should be spent on their security or anything else. I really don't. That money could be better spent on healthcare or helping to eradicate child poverty, stuff like that. Helping the elderly, all that lovely stuff. So that's it. Adulting. I'm bad at adulting. Yeah, so am I. I'm bad at adulting too. Yeah, I'm not particularly great with adulting. So, yeah, no high school for me. No high school for me. We're not going back there. But, yeah, so what happened to you being in their 20s? What happened to me in my 20s, I was in active addiction. Yeah, and I was in active addiction, and I was working as a stripper because in 94, I fled Markle, who is a very abusive ex, very abusive. So I fled him, and I actually left town. Dealt with a booking agency a girlfriend referred me to, and I traveled all over Quebec and New Brunswick and Eastern Ontario. It was a lot of fun. It was interesting. It was interesting. Not the greatest life to lead, but it was interesting. The traveling part was interesting, meeting different people, see the different mentalities, versus Montreal, It's good to get out of your home city every so often, and as such, I lived in different parts of the province. I had settled after I had retired from that. I settled in different parts. Have not mastered adulting. No, me either. And I'm pretty OG, like I said, I am a Gen Xer. I'm pretty OG. And no, I still haven't mastered adulting yet either. I mean, I don't drive. I'm reliant on public transit, but that's largely because I can't drive. I cannot drive. And I also learned because I had childhood seizures. I had childhood seizures, so I'm not insurable. I am not insurable. So that's why it's not such a good idea for me to drive. Oh well, I'm doing my good deed for Montreal society. One less bad driver on the roads. Indeed. Yeah. One less bad driver. And when I moved to Sherbrooke, one less bad driver in Sherbrooke. Yeah. I'm looking forward to moving to a much smaller city, somewhere where there's a better sense of community and somewhere where it's easy and close by. If I want to escape to the country for the day, I can. I can go to some of those nights, I don't know, go for a spa day, outside rather than I'd like to do that. There's no Gen Y. Well, that's why we're called millennials. Yeah, I think the official term is Gen Y. Though, yeah, for millennials, the official term is Gen Y. Yeah, but yeah, exactly, millennials. Those born from, if I'm not mistaken, born from 1982, if I'm not mistaken, 82, 83, till the year 2000 is millennials. I didn't start driving till 25 and got my license at 26. Oh, right on, right on. At least your insurance should cost you a little bit less. You still can't drive, Ray? Neither can I. Don't feel too bad. Neither can I. I have to rely upon the kindness of strangers. I'm too anxious, I'm an anxious person. I can't drive. I'm too anxious, too frickin' anxious to drive. No, I can't either. Let's see what's happening. What else is happening on Twitter right now? What is happening on Twitter? And even learning how to drive solo currently. I am not an expert. No, that's okay, Lily. That's okay. That's why we learn. Okay. So, Huh. So what else is trending on Twitter right now? Okay, well, the other trend I can't really say on, I can't, not for Twitter, not for YouTube. That is going to get out of YouTube terms and service, so we're not going to do that. So those are the only two things trending at the moment. Those are the only things. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I still get anxiety with driving, but I'm okay. Hannah, hi. Hi, Hannah. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. So, good. So we have a few people in the chat now. We have quite a few. We have Wraith. We have Nzinga, Wraith, Lily, and Hannah. So anyways, well, I'm going to turn it over to you. What do you want to talk about, or do you have any questions? Yep. Are they unspeakable? Yeah. Is what unspeakable? Is what unspeakable? Yeah, but like I said, I'm going to turn it over to you. What do you want to talk about? If you have any questions, let me know. What do you want to discuss? It's our very own Truman Show, pretty much. It's our very own Truman Show here. So, what do you, so yeah, let me know. Let me know in the live chat. What do you want to talk about? For those who are just joining, please consider, if you haven't already, please consider joining our Discord server. Trump My Joy. Hi, Trump My Joy. Lily, if you would be driving the 770 horsepower Mustang Shelby GT 500, all the anxiety would disappear. The trending topics of Twitter. Yeah, there's the dumb things I did in high school. We went over, and the other one is something we can't really talk about on YouTube. Once again, because of YouTube's romper roomish terms and services, if you get my meaning. Yeah. You cannot type? Thoughts on the 2020 election. And Zinga wants my thoughts on the 2020 election. I don't really discuss politics on my channel. And the other thing is, I am in Canada, and we just went through our federal election last October. So we're good for a while, at least I hope. Although, even though we do have a minority parliament, for those in the UK, you call it, I believe, a hung parliament. But I'm not sure what to think about the upcoming American election. I'm really not sure what to think. Yeah. Potatoes, those dratted potatoes. We can't say that on YouTube. Yeah. There's another state, apparently, though, that we're not allowed to say on YouTube. That's how ridiculous it's gotten. That's how ridiculous it's gotten. It's not a luxury. It's a pure power blast, very crazy car. I'll take your word for it, Trump My Joy. I'll take your word for it. I just got finished saying that I don't drive. Yeah. I don't drive. But anyways, yeah, it's should be interesting times ahead. I guess it depends I don't really have any thoughts or prediction as to who would win the 2020 American general election, presidential election. I guess it depends who ends up being the Democratic candidate and who their running mate would be. It all depends. I guess it's a wait and see thing. like I said, I'm an outside observer. I mean, like I said, I'm in Canada. I'm not eligible to vote in the United States. So I don't have much to say on that score. What else? What else is happening on Twitter? Let me go to the homepage. John Jones, first in the Pacific. The difference between being broke and being poor. Being broke means you lack money. Being poor means you lack options. Oh, here's something from Roberto Blake. Oh, here's something interesting from Roberto Blake. The difference between being broke and being poor. Being broke means you lack money. Being poor means you lack options. 80% of the global populations lives on less than $10 a day. Even when I was broke, I likely had more than most of the people in the world. Okay, an interesting perspective. What say you, everybody? What do you think of that? The difference between being broke and being poor. Being broke means you lack money. Being poor means you lack options. 80% of the global population lives on less than $10 a day. Even when I was broke, I likely had more than most people in the world. So, what do you think? I didn't know some people were triggered by certain states. Yeah, that's a new one for me too, Lily. I have to admit, that's really something. People are so sensitive nowadays. Fedora, what are your thoughts on Amberlynn Reid? Do you think she'll lose a significant amount of weight? God, I did one video about her. This is a woman I really don't like talking about because, I really don't like talking about her. I'm an overweight woman myself. So I'm really not in any position to critique her. Although my issues were caused by largely by hypothyroidism, and also when I got over my amphetamine addiction, I also killed my metabolism along with it. So, yeah. And I've been on enough SSRIs as well. That also caused me, to gain weight that I can't take off. So I'm not in a position to really, I don't feel rightly in a position to critique her. I really don't. But do I think she'll lose weight? I don't know, honestly. And it's not really and to be honest, it's not one of my main preoccupations, even in my social media life. It's really not one of my main preoccupations, in all honesty. It's the same thing for Foodie Beauty, or the Chantal Show, or Chantal Marie, whatever you want to call her. I just don't watch either of them because they bore me. Simply, their content is boring to me. So I don't watch either one of them for that. And then, of course, there's the added component that Chantal likes to fart on camera. And, okay, I've heard of ASMR, but I think the farting on camera takes ASMR a little too far. Just a tad. A little too far. So, yeah, no, but seriously, it's not my main preoccupation at all. Thoughts on Justin Trudeau? I'm glad he got back in, I'm not really thrilled with Trudeau, but I'm glad he got back in because he's better than the alternative. He was better than the alternative. The alternative would have been Andrew Scheer, who is basically quite frightening to me, really frightening to me. So I'm glad he didn't get in. Yeah, so I'm really glad he didn't get in. So let's say, these days you got to go for the lesser evil. Sometimes you have got to go for the lesser evil, and Trudeau happened to be that, So, but it's a hung parliament, as those in the UK call it. We call it a minority government. So let's see how this turns out. We may be going to election sooner. I would kindly request you to stop asking those questions. Okay. Thank you, Wraith. Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you. All right. So, yeah. So, like I said, that's the end of the political segment. Because, like I said, I have talked about politics in the past a little bit, but it's something I try to stay away from on this channel, even though I used to be a political blogger. It's something I try to stay away from this channel. I prefer to discuss social issues. I prefer to try to, I prefer, to form my community and to grow my community of other people who can relate, to our, often challenging life experiences. And that's what I often do. And sometimes with a little fun, mindless stuff thrown in, like we did earlier this afternoon. So that's basically what this channel is about, even though I don't stay niche. I don't stay in one box. Okay. Thank you, Ray. Thanks. Thank you, Ray Phoenix. Will Onion Boy go to jail? Neg says he has his doubts. I would like for him to face justice. I would really like him to face justice. There are some who argue that if it ever gets to a court of law, that Kai will not be the one turning Onion Boy, throwing Onion Boy under the bus, but it would be more like Onion Boy throwing Kai under the bus. If like a game of let's make a deal was being made with the prosecution. Yeah. So I'm not sure, but what do you think? I mean, I know Negs has his doubts, but what do you all think? Let me know in the chat. Do you think he will? Do you think Onion Boy will face justice? I hope so. I sincerely hope so, because these girls all, they all need justice. They all need some justice. They all need closure, as with any traumatic experience. They all need closure. And they all need to find peace, and therefore, the justice, I think, is something everybody deserves. Everybody deserves justice. Moving right along. Yeah, I did a New Year's Eve video with my 2020 predictions, for social media land. Aphrodite. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Aphrodite. He's the tarot card YouTuber who predicted the whole Toddy Westbrook and James Charles thing last year. Anyways, he said he predicts that there will be a shakeup at the higher ups at YouTube. He predicts there will be a shakeup within the higher ups on YouTube. I was talking to a friend about this, and she brought up multiple things that cast doubts that there is even an investigation. Oh, really? Really? Oh. Well, that certainly throws a wrench into things, doesn't it? Oh, wow. And I was so hoping that there was an investigation, or that there will be, I was so hoping. Because, the evidence is out there now, the evidence is really out there. Like all these girls that were interviewed, I pretty much described the same MO. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Lily. I agree with you. There are a lot of people, it's like I have a shaking my head moment. It's like, why do these people still have a platform? Why are they even still monetized? Like if this channel ever hits the threshold for the YouTube partnership program, I doubt many of my videos will be monetized. I really doubt that. I talk about a lot of topics that YouTube doesn't like. Hey, Brenda. I can't stay. I'm on inventory, but I just wanted to stop by and make sure you guys have a nice night. Please take care, everyone. Oh, yes, you too, Brenda. Thank you. And thank you so much for stopping by. Yep, Jacqueline Glenn. Yep. I did a video about that too not long ago. I did a couple of days ago, I think. I did a video about that. I can put that in a pinned comment below, if you like, for when I jump off the stream, right? Yes. Okay. So what else? The wildfires in Australia. Yeah, that is terrible. Yeah, I have a Facebook friend who lives in Australia, actually, although I don't think she's near where it's happening. But it's still, I feel, my heart, my heart breaks for those animals that are suffering, you know? And Jeffrey and Nate broke up. Nikki Tutorials is trend. Yeah, I heard all about that too. What's my favorite movie? I have a few of them. I have a few favorite movies. One of them is an old one. It's an independent film starring Patty Duke from 1967, and not really heard of, and it's obscure and hard to find online. It's called Me, Natalie. And I believe it was done in either 67 or 69 with a young Patty Duke and with Martin Balsam. And Al Pacino has a cameo. He plays a slime bucket. Al Pacino, he plays a bit of a slime bucket at some social event, some dance. Yeah, but so Me, Natalie is definitely right up there with my favorite movies. I also love Something's Gotta Give with Diane Keaton, Jack Nicholson, and Keanu Reeves. I love that movie. I highly recommend it. Another one there are two from the 90s. One is Immortal Beloved, which is sort of a fictional, I suppose, semi-fictionalized version of Beethoven's life. Although some argue that Amadeus was better. I don't know. I've seen them both. And what else? It's another favorite movie of mine. I love The Graduate, also from 1967, a young Dustin Hoffman. Yeah, with a very young Dustin Hoffman. I love that. Yeah, I love those older movies. And I also love anything from Peter Sellers. Yeah, anything from Peter Sellers, pretty much. Peter Sellers was a riot. So yeah, that's what I like. So, but I don't go to the movie theater because I can't stand crowds. And the other thing is, I never was one who could sit still for long periods of time. Yeah, you should. You should check it out. But I never was a person that could sit still for long periods of time. So, and you can't bring, and the idea of paying for a $10 popcorn and pop is not my idea of a snack, and you can't bring your own snacks from home. And so, no, I don't like the movie theater experience at all. So I prefer to wait till they come out online and watch them from the comfort of my own home. And I can take breaks anytime I like, So that's how I prefer to watch movies these days. I told you I'm a recluse. I'm a recluse. Okay. What's happening? What's happening? Okay. All right. Whoops. Forgot to, yeah. Hang on. Hang on a second. I always sucked at multitasking. I always sucked at multitasking. So sometimes, I see something like I get a notification on the computer just to check what it is, to make sure that does not require my immediate attention, Yeah. So, yeah, about Jeffrey and Nate breaking up, like I said, I don't really follow Jeffree Star. I don't really follow. I mean, I know who the players are, but I'm not into the beauty. I don't really follow the beauty community. It's not my thing. It's really not my thing. But yeah, I know who the major players are, and I know the main news about that score. Yeah. You have way too many to list, eh? There are a lot of good movies, from the past and I guess from the present. I don't know. I haven't kept track, in all honesty, of what movies there are. Has anybody seen the Mr. Rogers biopic? That came out around American Thanksgiving. Just this past American Thanksgiving. The Mr. Rogers called It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Has anybody seen it? If they have, let me know in the chat. Or once I jump off the stream, let me know in comments below. Once I jump off the stream. I want to see that movie. I can't wait till it's available to me online. I really can't wait till it's available to me online. I really want to see it. Yeah, I really and truly want to see it. Yes. Fedora, I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It was excellent. Oh, okay, cool. No, I've never heard of that one. I've never heard of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I'll look it up. I'll take a look. You haven't seen it yet? I really want to see the Mr. Rogers biopic. It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers. Yeah, Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers. Before I saw the trailer, I had my reservations, in all honesty, wondering if Tom Hanks was really a good choice to play Fred Rogers. But it turns out, from what I saw in the trailer, he does it very well. He did the role justice, and they gave him the makeover to resemble him. Yeah. Hang on. Yes. Yeah. But that's the movie I really want to see is It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, the Mr. Rogers. The thing is, it comes out at an apropos time. We need more kindness in the world. We need more Mr. Rogers mentality than we need of typical dating gurus and relationship coaches of today. We definitely need more of that. And we need less of Dr. Phil. Definitely need less of Dr. Phil. I always wanted to do a Dr. Phil parody on my channel, but I got to find somebody who could we can suit up as Dr. Phil. Huge Tarantino fan, but have not seen yet, unfortunately. Okay. Okay. Understood. Yeah, I'm familiar with some of Tarantino's movies. I think stuff like Pulp Fiction. That's a Tarantino film. Pulp Fiction. I've never seen it. I've only seen clips of it. I've only seen clips of many of these movies. Yeah. What else? What else is there? Okay. So, anyways, I'm going to be jumping off this stream in about a few minutes because I'm starting to feel tired. What is her favorite Tarantino movie? So anyways, is there any questions or anything else you'd like to touch upon for the next few minutes while I'm still on? Feel free. I always want this place to be pretty open. I always encourage open dialogue. Yep. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is his latest movie. Okay. Okay. Inglourious Bastards. I've never heard of that one. I know. I've never heard of Inglourious Bastards. Yeah, I've never heard of that one. It's a masterpiece. I'll have to look that up online, Wraith. Yeah, I don't. And the other thing is, I don't own a television. And buying a TV is not exactly high on my list of priorities for now. I've lived without a TV for almost 4 years now, since my ex moved out. He had his television. It was his, so he took it. Obviously, he took it with him, and as he should. And I find, I watch a lot of YouTube. I have Netflix. No, I don't have Netflix anymore. Not using Netflix anymore, but I do have Amazon Prime Video, and I'm debating whether to keep that or not. But I watch all my content online. I don't feel the need for a TV, nor do I feel the need for a cable. Did I have a New Year? You watched it at least 50 times, Wraith? Wow. Do I have a New Year's resolution? I make anti-resolutions. I make anti-resolutions. Let's put it that way. Yeah, anti. So I guess the short answer would be no. There are no New Year's resolutions, except for the fact for many in my immediate environment who have taken advantage of my kindness, that's not going to happen anymore. That is not going to happen anymore. So anybody who took advantage of my kindness, it's happened once too many times. And the last incident, or should I say the last insult, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. I don't think that's going to, yeah. So anyways, yeah, people taking advantage of my kindness in my immediate environment, no, that's not going to happen anymore. I do have an upcoming project that I've mentioned, which is the second channel, Grandma Dramamean, which I was hoping to have up and running with the first upload by early February, but due to an unexpected expense that I have to incur, something that requires my attention right away, that's going to be pushed back until mid-February. That's going to be pushed back till mid-February. But other than that, no, I have I have no resolutions. I'm anti-resolution. No resolutions at all. What do you expect? I'm old. I'm old. And they say, yes, I'm an old person. Yeah. So, yes. So I want to thank you all for joining in. I want to thank you all for joining and keeping me company. I'm glad you all came here. So I might do these late night impromptu live streams more often. It seems to turn out fun, if we keep each other company. And I think that's cool. So I'm going to do these a little more often, assuming I'm up during the night and can't sleep. Will I be going on tomorrow? I don't know yet. I don't know. So we'll see. So for those who are new, please, if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up on the way out the door. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing and hit that little ringy thing so you can be notified. And once again, here are the links to the Discord server for those who have not already joined. Okay, for those who have not already joined, here's the Discord server coming through. Okay, and what else? Let's see. And if you wish to support the channel, there are two ways in which you could do so. If you so wish, I have Patreon. And so go check out my Patreon page. And the link to that is coming up too. I will be sure to add those links in the description box when I jump off the stream. So anyways, here we go. Hang on. There we go. Copy. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. If you wish to support the channel, any funds raised will be reinvested so I could continue to provide content to all of you. It will also help me to start to get Grandma Dramamean started up. So anyways, you are all awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will catch you all in the next one. Please take care of yourselves and each other. And always remember, if there is somebody alone and at risk or vulnerable in your midst, please take the time to look in on them, share a meal, share a coffee, or just lend a sympathetic ear. Sometimes it can make all the difference in the world. So on that note, again, take care of yourselves and each other. I wish you all a good night, and I hope to see you all in the next one. And I will update you when that will be. So everybody, have a great night. Bye for now. Night, everyone. Straight talking Fedora Chic over and out.